I couldn't believe it when my son crossed the line. It was one of those moments that split your life into a before and after. Before, everything seemed almost perfect. Our family dinners filled with laughter, our weekends together, and the quiet comfort of knowing that my husband and I had built something stable for our son, Ryan. But after that moment, everything I thought I knew about love, loyalty, and family began to crumble. It started innocently enough. My best friend Clara had been going through a difficult divorce. She spent a lot of time at our house, finding comfort in our company and in the familiarity of a home that wasn't hers anymore. Ryan, being 24 and recently back from college, was always kind to her. He'd pour her a glass of wine, make her laugh, and listen when she spoke about how lonely she felt. I noticed the way she looked at him sometimes, a flicker in her eyes that made me uneasy, but I brushed it off as my imagination. Clara had always been like a sister to me. I trusted her completely. Then small things started to change. Ryan began spending more time at Clara's apartment, helping her fix things or carry boxes. He stopped, joining us for dinner, and would return home late, smelling faintly of her perfume. When I asked about it, he'd just smile and say, "She needs a friend." "Mom, you'd want someone to be there for you too." His words were kind, but there was a new distance in his tone, something secretive that made my stomach twist. One night, when the unease became too heavy to bear, I drove to Clara's place. Her lights were on and her car was parked outside. I didn't plan to go in. I just needed to see for myself that my fears were ridiculous. But as I sat in my car, I saw the curtains move. Ryan stepped into view, shirtless, with Clara standing behind him in one of his t-shirts. My breath caught in my throat, and for a moment the world tilted. I wanted to believe I was seeing it wrong, that there was some innocent explanation, but deep down I knew the line had been crossed and there was no going back. The days that followed were a blur. Clara stopped answering my calls and Ryan avoided me completely. When I finally confronted him, he didn't deny it. "It just happened," he said, his voice trembling. "We didn't mean to hurt you, but that was exactly what they had done. Hurt me in the deepest way possible. My son had betrayed not just my trust, but the foundation of our family. And Clara, the woman I had shared my secrets and dreams with, had destroyed the bond of our friendship without hesitation." I tried to understand it, to make sense of how love, or lust, could twist people into strangers. Ryan said he loved her, but I could see the guilt eating away at him. Clara, on the other hand, avoided me entirely. It was as if my pain was an inconvenience she didn't want to face. I realized that sometimes betrayal doesn't come from enemies. It comes from the people who know where your heart is most fragile. Months passed, and life moved on in fragments. Ryan moved out to live with Clara, though their relationship didn't last long. Eventually, he came home, broken and ashamed. I forgave him because he was my son, but things were never the same. I had lost not only my friend, but also the part of myself that believed love could always be trusted. Even now, when I think about it, I don't know who to blame more, him for giving in to temptation, or her for taking what was never hers to have. All I know is that the day my son crossed that line, something inside me shattered. And though time dulls the pain, the crack in my heart still whispers of the night. Everything changed.